Severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, it's not in South Dakota, not at this time, but there are a number of impressive looking storms that are not severe as of yet. And if we take a look at your live radar here, now they just issued, looks like until 7:45 counties, Blue Earth, Minnesota. That is right here. This storm right here looks like that expires in another 13 minutes. Yes, that is the one. Just making sure that everything is working correctly here. What'll happen here, this covers Lake Crystal, Good Thunder, Vernon City, and Garden City. Goodness. Again, trying to make sure that all of these active warnings are updating. So right now, to test this, to make sure we do have 4 active severe weather warnings. So the numbers are updating properly. That's good. The other thing that we do need to take a look at is, oh goodness, this one over here is really looking pretty impressive right now. And this is in southern part of Minnesota. It's right along that cold sector. Look at the cold air. This is a winter weather advisory. And then you have all that moist, warm air. Oh, yeah, that's all that. Okay, I thought they issued another one. So we're just testing out to make sure all of this works because things are going to ramp up in the next couple of days here. Sunday for sure. Things are going to really ramp up into the deep south area and the Ohio River Valley. If you watched my live updates this morning, I was talking about the marginal risks that South Dakota, parts of South Dakota had. We do have some storms that are non-severe at this time, but as you can look at the radar loop here, they certainly are getting more intense, especially over in areas north of Sioux Center, Iowa, Sibley, Iowa, just to the east of that. They're starting to get into some instability right along that whole line back to Vermilion, but we may lose the heat of the day and cause some issues there. We'll have to see how that plays out. Let's remind everybody right now what the risks are. Where is that risk? And right along that line, there's the marginal risk. This is your green swath, is all the marginal risk. So likely some hail in this. Yes. Ping pong ball size hail. Crazy, crazy weather. And if you look at these, we'll go ahead and put on the can't switch that out right now. Let me go ahead and shut off the SPC update here. I do suspect that this one here, just to the north of Sioux Center, if it doesn't attach itself, it looks like it is actually attaching itself to the Sheldon and the Sibley. So unfortunately for a chase type thing, this isn't going to be worthy of it. I don't expect that to become a severe thunderstorm warning. If it does, it would be a very low grade one. Now, this one here, to areas of Vermilion, just southeast of Vermilion, South Dakota, some areas that might need to be concerned would be Akron, Iowa, as this moves quite a fast speed, east northeast at 31 miles per hour. If we go ahead and put kind of a tracker on that, let's see what some areas that could be impacted by that. All right, and I'll move this over so you guys can see it. These are some areas that could be impacted in the next 13 minutes. Burbank, that would be the center part of that. Junction City in the next 19 minutes. Spank, 27 minutes. Akron in about 42 minutes, if that thing can hold together for sure. And then Big Springs, 45 minutes from there. And that would be the center part of this most intense part of the storm. Whoops, I got to shut that back off. The most intense part of this storm, again, let's go ahead and put on a 3D effect here. Whoops, wrong one. Put on a volumetric here so that you can kind of see what we're looking at here. And it's only at about 39,000 feet. So it's not, it has to get above that 42,000 feet most of the time in order for it to have enough impact to cause some severe wind or even some hail possibilities. So I'd say this is going to stay just below the severe level areas of Vermilion there. This is a three-dimensional look at the storm. And this, obviously, you can see the caps on that is much larger for the Rock Valley, Sioux Center, in between Rock Valley and Sioux Center areas. Let's go ahead and look at that one. Okay, yep, that one's just slight, looks like the top of those storms are about 40,000 feet in the most intense portion. Let me go ahead and put that into perspective here a little bit. That's not the most impressive there, but it is 40,000 feet. So this area here, right in here, this is the 40,000 feet on those echo tops there. That's the most intense part of the storm. Again, it is got to get about between 40 and 45,000 to be basically a severe storm, in my opinion, typically. But let's go back now to this one that's making its way over to Waseca, the one that's over in Garden City. Now, that does look like it has started to die out a little bit. Probably getting into a more capped atmosphere in some of these little spots here over by Owatonna. But we do have continued severe thunderstorm warning now. Now we have six of them. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yep, we've got six of them. And 8:30, this severe thunderstorm warning expires at 8:30 p.m. Counties Portage, Wisconsin. So lots going on for these areas here. Plenty of storms over east of Eau Claire, town of Washington. This one right here is probably going to end up getting a severe thunderstorm warning put on it here shortly. And then we have this winter storm watch right here. Gosh, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Back to this one here, still has a 2 on it. That's about to expire, but again, I do suspect that this one will end up being reissued as it continues to move to the east. 33 miles per hour. That puppy is booking it. So let's go to the most intense part. All right, some areas that could be impacted. So Garden City, it's right on you right now, the most intense portion of it. Good Thunder, 12 minutes. Buford, 22 minutes. St. Clair, 31 minutes. And Pemberton is 37 minutes. Thankfully, not highly populated areas, but still pretty impressive to say the least. Gosh, these ones right here just south. This is northwest of Elk Point. They're not moving as fast as the other ones are up in Minnesota. Oof, gosh, that little cell is cooking. East, northeast at 87 miles per hour. That puppy is really burning. 16-mile-per-hour winds out of the northwest, so you can definitely tell a front's trying to move on in. Speaking of fronts, we can take a quick peek while we have another. Here we go. Wabasha, Minnesota. Wabasha. Oh, that's a familiar area. That would be this one right here. This is until 8 p.m. because it's moving pretty quick. $50 size hail. And it looks like, see if this is the one that it's given. Yes, it is. Okay. And this was the one that was issued at 7:38 p.m. So how this ticker is supposed to work for me that I programmed in here, it's supposed to be giving just the latest severe thunderstorm warning information. I also have it, or am working on having it activated for the tornado warnings as well. But nonetheless, we do have that going. Let's go ahead and take a look at the overall radar look. So you can see there's lots going on, but nothing chase worthy in my opinion. That one's about to expire. Still waiting to see what happens to these. I think they're going to kind of die out. It was a little too late in the day for the convection to happen. Let's go ahead and go down to Houston, Texas area. Lots of flooding going on down there and tornado watches for another 75 minutes down there. I do want to put on the information regarding watches here. There was an area of concern. Yep, it's a little hard to see that, but yep, they did expire that one severe weather warning that was over in. It's going to take a moment, but I believe this is the one. Oh, they just issued another one, so let's see. They just issued that at 7:44. There it is. Expires 8:15. That's the one. So those are working as they should. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather model real quick so that we can kind of see how this is going to play out for later this weekend. Look at this. We got ice going on, icing going on over there in extreme southwest part of North Dakota. A lot of ice, a lot of rain, a lot of moisture coming through. So this is going to be around 3 o'clock tomorrow. So if any of y'all have shot at working, um, yeah, it's going to be pretty ugly mess. Areas of south, uh, in southern part of South Dakota is primarily going to be, looks like rain, maybe a little bit of icing in the early evening hours, but then it kind of muddles through it. So this will look at 4 o'clock. So your commute looks like the most intense portion of those storms, winter type storms for South Dakota tomorrow, are going to be over into Winter, Chamberlain. And let's kind of take a look at that real quick. We don't have any more severe thunderstorm warnings, later ones issued right now, so that's why I'm taking a brief look at the weather for South Dakota here. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the total precip here for total snowfall. All right, so this is going to be through 4 p.m. Between now and 4 p.m. Let's go a little further than that. Let's go 4 a.m. on the 30th. Between now and 4 a.m. on the 30th. Now, this is a NAM weather model, so I'm going to kind of analyze this a little bit to see what we could end up having as far as snowfall. 14 inches. Yay caramba. Winter and Chamberlain area, 14 inches of snow. Huron could have almost a foot of snow. The Millbank area, 16 inches. All right, I want to take a look at another weather model to kind of get a better estimate. Let's go ahead and take a look at the blended model here and see what that says. It might not go far enough out. We'll have to see. Okay, so this is through the 31st. Okay, so that says 3.5. So this is kind of a medium that it is showing. So the one that I just showed you probably is the extreme side of it. And this is kind of the more reserved side of it. This would be the low end, I believe, of how much snow these areas could get. Oh, look at this. Millbank actually does look like it's going to have, I think it's having a hard time with that analyzer on there. But yeah, you could end up having some spots where you got 5 inches of snow. It's gonna be April for crying out loud. We don't need that. Let's go back to our live radar real quick. I do want to point out some areas that we still have some intense storms going on. This is over in Wisconsin area. And then this area here, watch issuance probability 5% in this whole swath. And the reason why is there's some convection that was pretty late on for the day. So these storms here, and I use the word storms pretty loosely, but these storms here are not expected to intensify. At one point they could have, but the convection happened too late in the evening, so therefore it just is not going to muster up any hail, which is great for folks. The wind, there might be some wind, obviously. Red flag warnings still going on, so plenty of wind going on today. But as far as severe weather wind goes, Northwest Iowa, you're good. Even northeast part of Nebraska and the southern tier of South Dakota. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at I just want to look at the traffic cams if I can real quick here. Ooh, look at that, Sioux City downtown. You can certainly see some of the storm clouds that are moving in. That's a look at, I would say that's probably looking northwest of downtown Sioux City. You can see those caps really trying to grow. Let's go back to our live radar here. Again, severe thunderstorm warning expires 8 p.m. Counties included is Portage, Wisconsin, Wood, Wisconsin. If you're just joining us, the reason why we jumped in is because we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings, and we also wanted to test out our new ticker that pulls in information directly from National Weather Service and scrolls along there. A lot of programming back end had to go into this uh, to see if this works well. We also have just right below active severe weather warnings that count. Oh, we just got a new one issued and it is working. So here we go, 8:45, this new severe thunderstorm warning. So when you see that scroll go away, it means it's loading new data into the severe thunderstorm warning ticker. So that's for Jasper. Jasper, Texas. All right, Jasper, Texas. And that is down here in Jasper, Texas. There it is, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard is 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and that is radar indicated. Let's go ahead and put on the radar information for that area. Look at how quick that is. I mean, 51 minutes. It was issued at 7:52. Literally, as soon as the National Weather Service issued it, boom. This programming is amazing. It is working how it's intended. It is to alert all of you on live broadcasts, especially when we're in the studio. It is nice to know that this is working. So I appreciate y'all joining and sharing the love. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and comment below if you like this new feature. I certainly do. So severe thunderstorm warning for Jasper County in Texas. Let's read the further details. Locations impacted Sam Rayburn Dam and Brownell. I'm still trying to figure out a bug that's working in this severe thunderstorm warning ticker. It takes forever for it to come back through. It's almost like I just got to tweak a few things. So we'll have to see how that works. Maybe my buddy John is watching live and he can help me with that. But right now, I'm basically utilizing an HTML and CSS code for all this. All right, so that's Jasper. Again, back up into areas of, let's count these again, make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we do have 6 active ones. There's the Sam Rayburn Dam. Yep. All right. Well, I am not going to stay on. I just wanted to kind of test this out and see how it was going to work. Again, these storms down into extreme southeast South Dakota are pretty much going to die out. They're going to be, rainmakers and obviously need plenty of rain and moisture down there. So that's going to help. And then areas of northeast Nebraska also are going to get some much needed rain. But I don't suspect that we're going to see any tornado activity out of any of these storms, especially up in the northern part of the U.S. There is still a shot of tornado activity in this area of Texas, which would be to the east of Houston, northeast of Houston, Texas. There's still a possibility, as we do still have that tornado watch in effect until 7 p.m. That seems kind of odd. 7 p.m. and it's 8 p.m. CDT. Wondering if that. Yeah, there's some serious issues there. Maybe my Radar Omega app is not working very well. Who knows? Have to test that out. I'm not sure why they have a tornado watch expires in 63 minutes and it says effective this Friday afternoon and evening from 12:25 until 7 p.m. Oh, here we go. This was updated. So it was previously in effect until 7 p.m. this evening, is now in effect until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I guess you just got to read everything that you have on the warning, right? All right, I'm going to let you all go. You guys have a great rest of your evening. I'll be back tomorrow with another 7 day outlook, and we'll talk a little bit more about that crazy snow.